Okay, students will start congruent triangle today. Now actually congruent triangles actually means exactly equal triangles. So when we say two triangles are congruent, that means they are exactly equal triangles. That means their shape, size, everything is equal. Now in this two triangle, now if all the respective sides are equal and all the angles are also equal, in that case we say that these two triangles are congruent. So that means they have three sides, respective sides. So that means this equal to this equal to this equal to this. So that means three sides are equal to each other, and even the three angles are also equal to each other. So in that case we say that the two triangles are congruent. But in fact to prove two triangles are congruent, we have to prove only three parts, or we can say three elements out of six elements of the two triangles. Now what do you mean by these three elements out of six elements? Now in these two triangles you can see that there are in every triangles there are these six elements. One is the three angles and three sides. So this we are referring as six elements, right? Every triangle have three sides and three angles. So there are six elements, and if two triangles are congruent, there all the six elements are equal to each other. But to prove that two triangles are congruent, we don't have to prove all the six elements are equal. We can just show the three elements. These three elements are equal out of that six elements, and then we can prove that the two triangles are congruent. That means what? For that you have to understand this criteria for congruent triangles. Now the first criteria is SSS criteria, that means side, side, side. Now suppose these two triangles, in this two triangle this side is equal to this side is equal to this side, this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side. Then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Understand? That means in this case we don't have to prove the angles are also equal, since we have already proved these three sides are equal to each other. Therefore we can say that these two triangles are congruent, and this we say as SSS criteria. And if these two triangles are congruent, naturally their other parts are also equal. We have only proved three elements, but the other three elements are also equal to each other. Understand? So that means now we can say that angle A equals to angle C. Similarly, angle B equals to angle F, and angle C is equal to angle E. Okay, how we prove that? We write like this. Write in triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Say number one, we say AB is equal to DF, and then we write the reason. Here say suppose it is given number 2 AC equals to DE, AC equals to DE, that is also given, and number 3 BC equals to EF. So that means we have proved these 3 elements equal, 3 sides, so SSS, and therefore we say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and then we write the criteria in bracket SSS. And since these 2 triangles are congruent, then we can say that the other 3 elements which we have not proved, other 3 elements are also equal. Now we can say कि therefore angle A is equal to angle D, similarly angle B equals to angle F, angle B equals to angle F, and angle C equals to angle E. Angle C is equal to angle E, and this we say as, since the reason we give is CP CT. Okay, so this means what? This means corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Congruent triangle, so corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So since the corresponding parts of congruent triangle, therefore they are equal. Understand? So this is the first criteria, SSS. So that means when 3 sides are equal, then we say that the triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, so this is the first criteria. Okay. Now the next criteria is SAS. Now SAS means 2 sides and the included angle. So 2 sides and the included angle. Suppose in these 2 triangles, suppose AB equals to DE, AC equals to DF, and BC equals to EF, and BC equals to EF. Sorry, and angle BAC, angle BAC equals to angle EDF. Then we say that this is SAS criteria. Okay, 2 sides and the angle between the 2 sides are equal. Then we say that these 2 triangles are congruent. Okay, so in this case also we write like this, that in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, so AB is equal to DE, AC equals to DF, and angle BAC is equal to angle EDF. So in all this case the reasons are given. Now the reasons here, it is given, it can be sometimes opposite sides of parallelogram or anything like opposite sides of square. So like this it can given, or the common sides. Okay, so when I do the sums you can understand. And angles are also equal here, so we can say 2 sides and 1 angles are equal, and therefore we say that therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and we write the criteria as SAS. So you can understand here also we have proved 3 elements to prove congruent, and since these 2 triangles are congruent, now we can also say that the other 3 leftover elements are also equal, and therefore we can say now, what we can say BC equals to EF, which was not given, but since these 2 triangles have become congruent, now we can say BC equals to EF, We can also say angle ABC equals to angle DEF. So angle ABC equals to angle DEF, and similarly we can also say angle ACB is equal to angle DFE, angle DFE. Okay, so all these are due to what? CP, CT. Okay, so this is the second criteria, and that we say as SAS. Okay. Next is ASA. So ASA means two angles and one included side. Now suppose this angle equal to this angle and this angle equal to this angle, and this side is equal to this side, then we say that these two triangles are congruent. So now also we can say that in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, say angle ABC is equal to angle DEF, then I can say BC equals to EF, and third we can say angle ACB is equal to angle DFE. So all are given, and therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and the criteria is ASA. Okay, and now also here also we can say that the other three parts are equal. So therefore what are the left parts? Now we can say that AB equals to DE, therefore AB equals to DE. Again AC equals to DF, AC equals to DF, and we can also say angle BAC and also angle BAC is equal to angle EDF is equal to angle EDF. Okay, so the criteria, so now we can say it is CP, CT, so corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Okay. Now fourth criteria we can say AAS. Okay, now in this case it's not necessary. In the previous case it was ASA. So if you remember it was ASA. So the two angles and between the two angle one side, included side. But in this case any two angle and one corresponding sides are equal, then we can say that the triangles are congruent. Okay, any two angle and one of the corresponding sides. That means what? Suppose this angle equal to this angle and this angle equal to this angle, and one of the side is equal. Suppose this side is equal to this side. So that is what I am telling, corresponding side. Okay, here you can see that angle B equals to angle E, and opposite to angle B is AC and opposite to angle E is DF. So therefore I say these are the corresponding side. Okay, now try to understand. Now instead of this, now suppose if this is equal to this side, okay, then the two triangles are not congruent because the sides are not corresponding. Okay, because here this side is actually equal to is opposite to angle B, and angle B is equal to angle E. So the corresponding sides of angle E is DF. So if AC equals to DF, then the triangles are congruent. Or suppose this side is given equal, then it should be this side. So that is AAS. Okay. So here also in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, first I can say angle ABC is equal to angle DEF. Second, again angle ACB is equal to angle DFE, and third we can say angle, that is side AB equals to DE. So all these are given, and therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and the criteria is angle side. Okay. Now the remaining three corresponding parts will also be equal. Okay. So therefore now we can say that BC equals to EF, therefore BC equals to EF. We can also say AC equals to DF, AC equals to DF, and we can also say angle BAC equals to angle EDF is equal to angle EDF. So the reason is CP CT. Okay, understand? Now the last criteria is, we say as RHS criteria. RHS means right angle, hypotenuse and one side. So now this is related with right angle triangle. Okay. So if the triangles are right angle, and you know, in a right angle triangle, one angle is equal, that is 90-90. So that is the right angle. Now if the hypotenuse are also equal and one sides are also equal, okay, in that case we say that the triangles are congruent, and the criteria is RHS. Okay. So just see, in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, say number 1, I can say angle ABC is equal to angle DEF is equal to 90 degrees. So that is given. Number 2, we can say AC equals to DF. Okay, that is also given. And number 3, we can say BC equals to EF. Therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and the condition is RHS. Okay. And now we can, here also we can see that the other three parts are also equal. So therefore we can say that AB equals to DE, AB equals to DE, angle BAC is equal to angle EDF, and angle ACB is equal to angle DFE, and this is due to CP CT. Okay, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Okay, so these are the basics of congruent triangle, the 5 criteria. So to prove two triangles are congruent, you can prove by any of these 5 given criteria, whichever is suitable according to the question. Okay. In my next video, I will do some sums related with congruent triangle. Okay, so by that time you should go through all these 5 rules very carefully and also see some solved examples to understand these chapters properly. Okay.